Okay, thanks everyone so much for sharing your opinions so far. I'll let you know what's going on in my classes and see if my strategies that I'm trying to work with my students might help you guys too. So I've worked on three main factors in what I've been looking for to improve my students' writing. The first factor is consistency, so doing things on a daily and a weekly basis that the students can get used to doing. Positive reinforcement. The worst thing, of course, is for the students to feel like they're falling behind and there's nothing they can do. They have a tendency to kind of lose hope and start giving up, so hopefully some strategies to stop that happening, and also to have a very measurable approach. As the teacher, of course, I want to be following how the students are improving, but I also want the kids to feel that, and I also want the parents to have some semblance of what's going on too. So the first approach to keep consistency, the first thing I would do is something on a daily basis that would make a difference, I think, is taking the first 5 minutes of class for the kids to enter what I'd call an entrance question. So as they sit down, they have to do something very thoughtful and handwritten first thing in the class. It'll be based on the syllabus, something either from the class we're about to teach or the class they had the day before. The point is not to give them a full essay to do in 5 minutes, just one or two really good thoughts. The key is for them to get their thoughts, fully written down, full sentences, and of course working on their spelling and grammar in these. I'd collect these every day and give them back so students can see, as they're going day by day, the things they need to work on. From those assignments and also from the reading they're doing for class, I'd also have each kid create a list of the words or phrases they feel they need to work on. Of course, the English language learners at the lower end, they probably will have some words or phrases they need to work on that they might be embarrassed about. They might be, pretty basic compared to other students in the class, so they can choose words and phrases that work for them. On the other side of the coin, the native English speakers probably will want to challenge themselves with some harder words or phrases. So each student has their own list of words and phrases they're working on, and the idea is to take those daily assignments and write a weekly kind of composite every week to test themselves on those words and phrases. Everything handwritten, it seems to be when they're in the word processor, they lose the ability to, put their thoughts and feelings into, coherent sentences without, the crutch of autocorrect. So that would be the daily and weekly approach I'd have in my classes. In terms of positive reinforcement, one thing that's great in the school that we're seeing is the students and the families are buying into our school community and our school culture. We had the 90% of families come to our Thanksgiving function. Of course, on the other side of the coin, what we have seen is that the parents in particular are not coming to their parent-teacher conferences, only 30%. So we need to find a way to get that kind of sense of community and turn it into the academic side. What I did when I was teaching English in Japan that worked quite well was writing workshops for students to help them kind of gain confidence in their writing ability. The problem is for our school, it would, we wouldn't be able to do anything on an extra credit or outside of lesson time basis. The only students that would probably benefit from that would be the students that are looking to go above and beyond, which are the students who are not necessarily trying to raise their writing as much as the ones that are struggling to even hit their same grade level. So what I suggest is, at least once a month we'd have a writing workshop in class time. So we'd spend a whole class period working on writing. The key would be to try and make it creative writing focused so the kids get into it, something they look forward to. I remember when I was in school, our teacher gave us an assignment where we had to get inside the head of a historical figure and write about, their approach to the event that they were famous for. And that was very memorable, and I think I benefited a lot from that. So more along the creative writing basis. The last thing to do is to create a tracking system. These kids are really good at tracking their own grades online on their profiles. I think if they are able to track these assignments as well, they'd feel the achievement as they're going day by day, week by week. I would of course keep track of what they're doing too. And the third most important part of this is every week I'd have the parents have to sign these. If the parents are not actively involved in the kids' education, like we saw at parent-teacher conferences, it's tough for the kids to feel support from home, so the parents would also need to sign these.